Yo, what's up? Welcome to Concrete Reality TV, where we strive to know more and do more with what we know. On today's episode, we're touching on a few topics. We're going to start with critical thinking versus popular opinion. We're going to go into sports, and then we're going to move on to that always fun, you might get canceled topic of the show. So, we always got our host on the show. We got Cutter. He's the voice of this
What
podcast.
up?
And we got Gillum, the funny man, always bringing some humor to this thing and stirring that damn pot up. So yeah, we're gonna start it up. We're gonna, I guess, start with the critical thinking versus popular opinion topic. And just to let you know, let's just put out a definition, basic definition of this. Critical thinking is analysis, interpretation, inference, explanation, self-regulation, open-mindedness, and problem solving. And then, of course, popular opinion, hey, it's the majority rule. So whatever the majority group determines as the popular opinion will be the opinion of everyone else. So, Cutter, what you got for us?
Well, since you touched on it, I'm glad you touched on the definition. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because every day we are all faced with what we would consider the battle with ourselves. Are we really and truly exercising critical thinking skills in every aspect? Which is, of course, kind of hard because that's not the type of society we grew up in. But I also question: are we really siding with more of popular opinion? Whatever is popular at the time, whatever the public is thinking. Oh, we'll just go along with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why I wanted to bring it up because we're faced with that dilemma kind of every day, really,
Mm-hmm.
on and offline, even in our personal lives at work. Whether or not you want to go along to get along, or
Mm-hmm.
you just that guy in the corner eating his fish sandwich at lunch and don't talk to nobody. It's like and everybody think crazy, but he get it work done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he just be eating his cheese, little crackers, and don't really talk much. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
Hey, Professor E, that's you? You got the
I like to say hi to everybody though. So you got a video for us as well to
Yeah,
kind of
all it
introduce
is
this
is,
thing.
is is basically reiterating what you just said, the definition of popular opinion.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just share that, and so we can go ahead and dive into this thing.
All right.
Cutter, who the hell eating fish sandwiches? I just want to know.
So,
Yeah, because that's rude. They can't stand that when you bring
no,
seafood to the job.
Yeah, because it be stinking.
Thinking of the whole dang floor.
The whole damn office smell like
But
badoosie.
let's get into this definition.
Public opinion dates back to the 17th century work by John Locke, an essay concerning human understanding, which contains an early consideration of the importance of public opinion in the ordering of politics. The term was derived from the French word l'opinion, which was first used in 1588 by Michel de Montaigne. This concept came about through the process of urbanization and other political and social forces. For the first
Urbanization,
time,
huh?
it became important what people thought, as forms of political contention changed. It was introduced by James Madison that for a government to be democratic, it would be essential to have strong and knowledgeable citizens that hold educated opinions that could be shared and expressed. Active citizens would then use this knowledge to participate in their government, while also being able to inform other citizens of current issues. In terms of political science, public opinion is defined as being the aggregate of public attitudes or beliefs about government or politics. Public opinion is considered to be the factor that guides an indirect democratic government. It is only through the approval of the public that a government gains the authority to function. Public opinion is thought to develop from these main sources: political socialization, education, life experience, political parties, the media, and the government. Public opinion is considered a dynamic part of today's government. Continually changing, it has the power and influence to shape the government in new ways.
Okay, hold on. Let me say something before we start the talk. So my siren, a red flag going off because she said government way too many times.
So what did y'all think about that? Well, we're gonna start with E. Let's go with the mighty philosopher. How did you break that down in your mind?
Public opinion, it influences everybody's opinion because basically you are put into a situation where if you don't follow the trend of what popular opinion is promoting, then you end up being isolated. And who wants to be isolated? You know, that's the most uncomfortable place in the world. And then they even promote that being, you know, by yourself is basically being like a wounded animal. So people could just end up running over you, and you end up becoming a ghost in society. You don't get recognized because whatever your opinion is, whether it be valid or not, if the public opinion is overpowering what you deem is correct, even though it may have some validity, it don't matter. The followers are going to overpower you. I guess it's just like internet on the social media sites. It's not about what's factual or right. It's based off of how many followers you got backing up what you saying. So that seems like what I see right now in society, that popular opinion, it just got a stronger voice when the internet came about.
Kind of like religion. How many you got backing up you right, huh?
Hey, there you go.
How many followers you got?
There you go.
So that's an interesting thing you just said, Lando.
Here we go.
I'm going there.
You started up early. Don't do it.
I'm going there.
Hey, listen. My thing is this. You know, people. So my mother used to say opinions. Everybody's opinion just like assholes. Everybody got one. So what we have to understand is just because it's the popular opinion, don't mean we need to go with the opinion. So sometimes moral and standards take over. You know, it depends on who you are. If everybody's going right, most of the times I'm going left because I be like, I don't think that makes no goddamn common sense. But I know common sense don't really mean common sense. We'll talk about that another time. But so I think that people want to be part of groups and part of popular groups. So what happens is people take other people's opinions and take them as facts at some time with no tangible evidence. So tangible evidence is something that you can taste, smell, see, or touch. So what happens is people take people's opinions as factual sometimes. And then what happens is that people lose their damn mind.
They run away with it.
They run away with it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, what religion is, you know, it's nothing in religion that's tangible, that you can touch, you can smell, you can taste, none of it. All of it comes back into belief and the opinion of belief. So, yes, it takes that fact, Cutter. I just want to say that. And, you know, if you're Christian, Muslim, or a Jew, or whatever you are, don't be offended.
A little too late for that.
Your belief is that. Your belief is valid in your own mind. So it's all good.
I agree.
I'm glad you said that, because now we get to go into critical thinking. For instance,
don't think no more.
For instance, we are all raised a certain way. Whether you're raised Catholic, Baptist, Buddhist, whatever, or if you could have been born into a cult. I mean, at the end of the day, at one point in your life, you was like, okay, man, I got some questions. Boom. Critical thinking skills just turned on. That light called critical thinking, it turned on that big old light bulb. Of course, they use it in school as something else, but that light bulb is really, when you think about it, it's critical thinking skills. It's like, wait, I got a thought. Well, Professor, what do you mean? You start asking questions. Well, Mama, what did you mean by what? Or Mama, what did God mean by this? Or Pastor, what did God mean by? When you start
don't
asking
question God, boy. Don't question God. Don't do it.
When you start asking questions about everything, including religion, including how you're being raised. Well, mama, why I got to do this now? Or and your mama, same as anybody else. How
Because I
dare
said
you
so.
question me? Because I told you to do it.
Because I told you to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
mama, why do you do it?
Because my mama told me to do it.
Because my
Yeah.
mama told me to do
Tradition.
it.
Yeah.
Tradition, which is also considered to be popular opinion.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Because it seems like what you're describing, every era or period, you have these different societies all around the world that have these pockets of popular opinion. So whatever those popular opinions are the ones that usually get determined worthy of remembering. So if it doesn't mean that, again, that the quiet guy in the corner with the chicken sandwich didn't have a valid opinion. It's just that he didn't have enough people that supported his opinion. So we got what we have in history now is a mixture of imagination and tradition that's been documented, and that becomes the popular opinion, aka the valid truth for everyone to remember.
Facts. That's what it is.
But
Lying facts.
those who do bring forth that question, or those questions, are they considered outcasts because they're shunned away?
Yeah, that's
ain't that where the phrase came from? Outcast.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, not just the group, but the phrase alone. I mean,
the group is hot as hell. Ain't nobody.
because you have a minority vote over here who's like, you know what? I'll question them. Well, I was questioning them too. They just kicked me out, dog. They told me, well, you don't understand what we're talking about, so you go over there. Or you don't agree with what we believe, or agree with what we agree with, then you go over there. We don't need your kind over here.
So Cutter. So what I'm hearing from you is, correct me if I'm wrong, I hear you that the popular opinion could be transferred into belief. Is that what I'm hearing? That it kind of bleeds in together?
It definitely bleeds in together.
It does, but because I'm gonna take the foot off of the neck of religion, because religion is not the focus of belief. Belief itself is just an endorsement of the mind. So whenever we in our mind agree to something that has no tangible evidence, it just means that we apply our belief towards it. We do that all the time, even with starting our car. We don't know why it starts, or if it'll start, but we have a belief. We agree in our minds that it's going to start,
right?
And then we crank it up and it starts. So that's the evidence of our mind applying belief to something. So basically, belief is not a thing. It's just an agreement in your mind, and that's what that you can apply with anything. For example, what's the newest thing kind of going on for the last year or so is this vaccine. You got some people, a pocket of people. Oh, I'm sorry. The V.
They didn't call it that.
The sticker.
The sticker. Or the
COVID-19 vaccine.
We're gonna call it that thing.
The human bee sting.
Yeah, the human bee sting. Yeah, we're gonna call it that. The human bee sting. So with this, you got a pocket of people that are saying that you shouldn't do it without any kind of reasoning. Tangible reasoning is based off of applying it in their minds without any tangible evidence. What they'll use is anything that can support their idea in their mind. They'll take it and then use it as a way to bring out their idea into a tangible form. So they're looking for anything, somebody dying and then saying that, hey, I died because of the bee stinger, even though there's no evidence on medical records that this person died of the bee stinger. They still gonna use that and say, hey, see, told you right there. My belief is right. Now I have some tangible evidence, even though you can't reproduce that. So it's not real. It's still something you just using and attributing it as a supporting factor for your idea in your mind, but you can't replicate it. So it's just something that you're coming up with and you're looking for ideas to support it.
Every day.
So they weaponize it for their benefit, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go into how far people take things, especially when they have
followers.
They have followers or people who they've come up with a popular opinion now they could, increase their Instagram followers, their Facebook subscriptions, in Facebook and YouTube subscriptions, followers come up. Everything comes up simply because they have a popular opinion, even though they might be wrong as hell, but it's popular.
Yeah.
It's
But
popular. So
popular does not mean factual. So
exactly.
It's just
My
me
point.
popular.
It's just popular.
The majority rules,
Yep.
basically.
You can take that into music.
Yep.
People think about it. Back in the day when hip hop started changing and we started listening to certain things and we like, man, that song is stupid. How the hell they next thing you know, they play it every day on the radio. And then you find yourself talking about what the hell? Crank that soldier boy. Why am I singing this? Why am I singing this song stupid?
So it just pop in your head. That's the amazing thing.
But that's the thing. Anything repetitive becomes popular
Yep.
simply by it just repeating in your mind. It's constantly repeating in your mind. So you can't help but to, I guess it ain't gonna kill me if I like this song.
Yeah,
So
you
you've been
compromise.
influenced by popular opinion, just like that. Think about it. Let's go into Jordan. Hold on, let me make one more point. How many Jordans, old school Jordans, when Jordan first started coming, I think after the 4s or the 5s, they started getting kind of weird. And we were like, man, them Jordans ain't really like the other Jordans was.
No, them things hot.
Them things ugly, dog. I ain't getting them, man. I ain't standing on line for them Jordans, dog. Nah.
1, 2s, and 3s. That's all I got.
But that's what I'm saying. Now, you have everybody else who next thing you know, you go to school, everybody else got on these ugly ass Jordans. You're like, man, how in the hell? I thought everybody was saying it was ugly.
Critical thinking out the window. Popular opinion wins again.
Thank you. I mean, that is just crazy how that was my point in the beginning. Is crazy how easily we can be influenced to go into the lane of popular opinion simply because we are surrounded by what's popular, pop culture. In a sense, it's like whatever's hot, we either, oh man, that's all right. That's what you create. This is number 1 on Billboard, number 2 on Billboard, and you like, so
it's still I don't like it.
I don't really care for it.
Yeah.
Oh man, you don't know what you're talking about.
So do you think it's more programming us to like certain things, or are we influenced by the opinion of other people?
That's what social media is, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what they call it, social media.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking because
they market to a popular group because that popular group has influence.
Yeah.
So they can influence those other people, even though they might not even like what you selling. But the fact is that the masses, think about it. Who going to high school with any of us wore Gucci? I'll wait. Please, you ain't wear no damn Gucci.
I did.
I'm talking about now. I'm talking about like now.
Oh
like,
no.
Now everybody might have had some Gucci
back in the day, in the 80s. I mean 90s.
Loafers or something like that.
I have some Gucci tennis shoes. Yeah,
Gucci loafers to Gucci tennis shoes or the little Gucci wind breakers or something like that. But nobody was really into Italian designers back then. Tupac made Versace shirts popular. We didn't know nobody no damn Versace.
So
nothing at all.
So that goes into our whole thing with society, because our whole society is based off of advertising, not what is healthy or not what's effective or not what's beneficial, but it's based off of me trying to sell my product to you by popular opinion. So if I get, McDonald's, we know there's nothing healthy in fast food whatsoever. It just tastes good. A lot of salt, a lot of sodium, a lot of sugar, and we scarf it down. A lot of carbs, fat. We loving it. We eat it down, but we know there's nothing nothing beneficial to it in that food that'll actually benefit our body. So we still buy it though. Why? Because we love the taste, of course, because it's not, it's all of that the sodium and sugar in it that makes us addicted to it. Basically diminishes our dopamines in our mind, and we don't really have the ability any longer to control our urges for it, because we're dope fiends, we're crack fiends on fast food. So they keep promoting it and they keep selling it and we keep buying it, even though we know that it doesn't benefit us. It's the same thing as popular opinion. The stuff that's said in popular opinion doesn't have any benefit to it, doesn't have any kind of increase that makes you more. It's just what everybody else says is good, and that's what they buying. So we're addicted to it. We love it. We selling it. We promoting it. We advertise it. That's what it is. And it seems like that's what we're going for with popular opinion, because the whole country is based off of people buying shit that we don't need. It ain't gonna help us. It doesn't have an increase in wealth, doesn't make us healthy, but we all keep doing it because that's what they keep selling to us.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Cheers to McDonald's fries. I love them.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.